Hello, can you guys hear the music? I really don't think you should be eating soap. Shoulders are a little wide. Like, he's fairly buff, but I don't think he's like that buff. This is my OC, Vincent, by the way. You're so fast. Thank you. I've been trying to improve, like, the amount of construction I need. Obviously, like, you need some construction, even if you're, like, a pro, right? But, like, I try not to use like if you have to do the full Loomis method for every single head you draw, you might want to like focus on improving your understanding of form. Because so if you do like the whole Loomis method, right? You do the circle, and then you cut off the side, and then you do that, and then uh, you decide the direction here, and then you follow it here, and then you do the jaw, and then you pick the bottom of your jaw, and you connect all the lines. Like that's it's gonna give you good head and all, right? And then you can go, you can add your eyebrows and your eye and your nose, and you could, carve out your face. You can do all that, but all of this takes a lot of time, especially if you're thinking of making like a comic or something. Being able to draw a circle, some direction lines, and just draw your head from that. Like obviously there's still construction there. I'm not just winging it and like drawing my head from nothing. That can work sometimes, but it can lead to your characters looking very different. If you draw with minimal structure after learning the basics, oh, sorry, wrong page. Don't go straight to this. Do so many of these that this becomes like second nature and it's in your imagination because you know it so well. I just want to let you know you're beautiful while you're up there. Thank you. Uh, I don't really draw anime too often. I definitely I don't watch Dragon Ball. Normally if I want to watch an anime, I watch either Beastars or I would watch Jujutsu Kaisen. Is it Jujutsu? Because I see people get mad about saying Jujutsu. But anyway, Jujutsu Kaisen. I'll watch that. I watched that over winter break now. Not winter, spring break. So I watched it in a week and I finished all of it, the seasons 1 and 2 and JJKO. And I think I definitely got a lot of inspiration from that and I drew and I've been leaning more towards a more anime-like style compared to like, because for a while I was drawing like very chibi. This is one of my older OCs. Like I would draw very chibi and very stylized hair. But I've definitely been leaning towards a more anime style after watching more anime. But I still wouldn't say it's anime for like that's not how I would categorize it. Um, yeah. So like, well, they're saying right. So you want a very minimal construction because that way, you don't have to do all the Loomis method stuff, and I'll still do the Loomis method if I'm drawing a more complicated angle, right? Like this. It can be very helpful to have something to kind of base your sorry, that's really bad. It can be very helpful to kind of have something to base, like to go back to your basics when you're doing something difficult. But if you're doing just like a three-fourths head like this, you really want to be able to get to a point where you don't have to use all of the structure. I hate Moses. Holy frick. That is not looking the same direction. Whatever. Amazing thing I use that you're left-handed. Uh, I think I have some other redeeming qualities, but yeah, being left-handed is pretty fire. After we're doing like baseball and PE right now, right? And obviously I use it, well, not obviously, but I throw with my left hand, so I need a left-handed glove, which goes on your right and is less common than a right-handed glove. And there was one good right-handed, left-handed glove for a while. My friend, who's a lefty, would always take it. Oh, but then they finally got some more good ones. She is bald because I got distracted. Um, forgot what Goku looks like. Can you draw a waffle with a serious face? I will try my best. Bruh, how do you... This is confusing. Hold on. And you draw this, which goes like that. Okay, and then they got a serious face. Maybe a little grossed out, too. I don't know. There you go. Okay, I don't know. So, I'm also just finishing up this commission I had. I'm doing these, like, photo card commissions for $5, so it's a little... I think I finished one. It's a little um, doodle of your persona or character, whatever, on the back, um, with an alcohol marker drawing of them on the front, on the, not no, this is the front, this is the back. Doing those for $5. I have a really big order of them actually, so I'm just finishing those up. I'm really close to done with them. I just need to do the outline for this. You might see my hair a bit because I need to kind of get up close and personal for these details. Can you guys hear the music? Or should I turn it up? Oh, I have an experiment. I want to see if this would be visible. So let me get one of my Sharpies and draw on the black. Nothing. Okay. So I need to use paint pens. Oh, that was bad. Whatever. I'll wait for it to dry. I don't know. I could. So I made it. Oh. It's okay. It's just a little smeared. It's fine. Everything. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I might not. I might just not have there. Okay. Forget it. No eyes. Complicated character. Not actually that complicated. This one was really complicated, and I think it turned out pretty okay. I mean, it's pretty simplified, but I think it turned out well. Anyway, so that should be all of them. This commissioner ordered 6 of these. They're updating the design. Hold on. Okay. This commissioner ordered 5 of these photo card drawings. Or 6 of them, but they're updating one of their characters' designs, so I have to wait to make that one. But I finished this one. I need to send these to them. But this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So I'm going to put them all in an envelope, make the last one, and then I will mail these out, which I'm very excited about. Yeah, questions for these are open. DM me on Instagram. Sorry, this is like very blatantly self-promoting, but DM me on Instagram or Discord. Same username as here. And I take PayPal. Yay! Let's draw some furries. What's chat saying? Shout out. Hi, JJ. Hey, okay, they're talking about some series I don't watch. I don't like that. Okay. Freaking erase shavings, man. Actually, I'm gonna put him in a hoodie. And this is my snowboard hoodie. And we're gonna put those ears up. Nope, 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 not this way. His forehead's too big, but whatever. That's a very bad drawing. I do not like that. Let me redeem myself, draw the same thing again. Much better. So if you'd be a Poppy Playtime character, bruh, it's my persona. Okay, I ordered a pin of him. Hold on, let me draw a school body. Then you got t-shirt on, some PJ pants. He's got his Patrick t-shirt. He's got his Paul's. Then his other Paul was. And then his paw is darker. And these are also darker. Oh, anyway. How old are you? I am 14. I've seen some America wear their PJs at schools. I don't know. Yes, I wear PJ pants every single day. Actually, that's a lie. I'm wearing sweatpants right now, but usually I have one pair of sweatpants. The rest of my pants are PJ pants. And then I have a pair of jeans and I have a pair of nice pants, like slacks. Mostly PJ pants though. I have a pair of duck PJ pants. So I love my duck PJ pants. Okay, let's try my Essies. I think that's what I was planning on doing originally, but then I got distracted by talking about art advice, and then I drew furries. It's not that good. Oh, thanks. Hold on. I'm sharpen my pencil. skinny guy. So no, he's not skinny, but his jaw is. Yeah, eyes are way more squinty than that. Bruh. Should be more gentle. I'm breaking my eraser. It's got quite the honker. Oh. My school is nice if you told me besides the studying. I actually really like school, if I'm being honest. Like, obviously I prefer like other stuff, but I quite enjoy school. I think it's fun half the time. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. So this is my OC, Dr. Ride. He runs a laboratory that tests on people, we'll say, um, in my story. So his hair is red, skin is like white, not like this kind of white, like this kind of white. And he's not a good guy. Yeah, he's definitely not a good guy. I've been drawing since like before I knew what most words meant. I've been drawing for a very long time. I mean, like seriously, like doing studies and stuff, probably since I was like 10, but for forever, pretty much. Since I was able to like hold a pencil. But most of my drawings, most of them are something. Kid Gohan, Perfect Cell Goku. Nice. Um, let's draw this other gal. So I'll tell you about it when I get to it, but I really want to change her hairstyle. Um, Ew. Sorry. Oh, this is really bad. Me and my mother are good at replicating things. Most of my drawings are drawn well, without much experience, I'd say. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously it takes a lot of skill to, like, look at, this pen and then go and then, like, draw the pen. It takes a lot of skill, but I'd say that just, like, replicating things is a lot harder than like drawing stylized things. And like you're completely allowed to use references. Like I'm not saying that like I use references all the time, but being able to look at an arm or a finger and say, okay, well instead of just like following every line I see, I know the forms, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna draw, the first knuckle, and then I'm gonna mark that, and I'm gonna draw the second knuckle, and then I'm gonna draw this one, but actually this is a more stylized character, and they're bonier than I am, than my references. So, and I know that, so I'm gonna draw them like this, and I'm gonna draw their fingernails, right? So, like, you got to be able to know where the bones are to do that, and you got to be able to know, be able to imagine a 3D shape in your mind instead of just look at this as a line and a line. Does that make sense? I don't know. Well, that's just what I think. Whatever. Drawing's hard. Do whatever you want. Oh, sorry. She looked weird, and I didn't like it. Hold on, I need to like. I hate when my pencil sharpener does this. So annoying. I gotta like. Hold on, let me use my phone. Uh, Peel that away. Okay. Might have sense. I'm more into English rather than paintings. And I mean, they're both creative mediums, right? Like, I quite enjoy English class just because, mostly because of my teacher this year. But I really enjoy my English class because she has lessons that allow me to, kind of work in, I like to draw and I get to do that. And I have these characters which I have the story about and I can write about that half the time. So they definitely cross over. Thank you, Cat Vincible. Bro, I really need to watch Invincible. I need, I can. Like, I have the streaming service. I just so many things to do. I'm so busy. I'm kidding. Ay, 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 ay. Sorry, that didn't look right. Yeah, a bit of a lazy eye. Whoa, that is not how eyebrows work. Sorry for the jump scare. Anyone who's audio only right now. I'm sharpening my pencil. Mm. do not look like him. I need to get better at drawing full bodies. Holy frick! Cause like I can draw like you got your rib cage, and then you got pelvis, and you can have them with the spine or whatever, and then you draw. I can draw like down to there, and it usually looks dynamic and good, whatever, right? But then we get down to these calves, and oh my gosh, they look like a freaking ball. So I need to do more work with that. Bro, why does he look like that? His head's way too small. That's what it is. Forget it, we're not drawing this. I don't know. I can't draw bodies, bro. I just need references for bodies, cause like also it's so annoying, cause I can draw a female body, um, really easy, and have it look dynamic. I think, but like, let's cover it up a bit. But okay, top half of her body looks weird, but that's just because I did this like exercise order. I could literally draw female bodies so easily for so long, and then we got, and then we even got. But it's so weird. As soon as the shoulders get wider and the hips get thinner, I literally like will draw the exact same pose, and then we'll draw that, and then we'll draw the shoulders out here, and then I go boom, makes my god. It literally just looks like a girl again. Oh my goodness. Holy frick. And like the worst part is I can draw muscles just fine. It makes it look more manly, right? So like we get our head. That's all I'm gonna do. Like you get your neck, then your traps, and then you get your shoulder muscles, and you bring it down, shoulder, shoulder, and then you start you draw your forearms with your bicep. I'm drawing too dark. Oops. And then you draw forearm your bicep, and you go boom, 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 boom. And then you get your pecs, right? And then this comes down the side, and you got that straight down with your abs. And, you know, whatever, right? I can draw muscles and I know where muscles go. But as soon. Oh, oh, Frazzy, when you can draw Dragon Ball, it's fun. I know, and I literally started getting better at muscles because of watching JJK, and because like it inspired half of my character story, and my characters do a lot of like fighting, kind of like a shonen. But bruh, like I can't. Oh, you got our elbow, and then you got ignore the hand. Holy Christ, that might be the worst hand I've ever drawn. And then you got that goes into your shoulder, and this goes here, and that goes down to your pec. And if you were to just draw them all closer together, then they would look just fine and dandy. And that's I thought the shoulder, frick. Let me see what's in the places. Oh, that's what it is. I gotta get this. I gotta. And then I can do this stuff. It looks weird, but literally ignore that. I'm gonna press with the code final chicken strips. So I'll get that right. Oh, then you gotta do some line confidence exercises. Because if you want to be able to do like instead of going, okay, so I got my rib cage and then the pelvis, right? Like if you don't want to do that, then you want to be able to go, okay, we got our rib cage and then we got our pelvis. You gotta the exercise I like to do. You gotta do circles, and you gotta practice getting them in only a few rounds, any size. Like if I want my circle to be that big, then I'll draw my circle that big instead of going. Okay, I want it that big, so I'm gonna, oh shoot, that's too big. Oh shoot, that's too small. Okay, there's my circle. Because that's gonna also make line art harder because this, there's less of a question where you're gonna line it. With this, it's like, oh, that looks right, and then you turn off the layering, it looks weird. So that's circles, and then if you want to be able to go boom, 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 instead of going boom, oh, that's too far. Okay. Oh, ooh, that looks bad, right? Then you're gonna want to do some line exercises. So even in these shapes right here, go, okay, line, line, line. You want to be able to end it here instead of going, oh, oh, you want to get good. And you can also just fall, and if you want to get them straighter, you go down, and then you do a whole set of these. Don't let them touch each other, right? Those aren't straight, but ignore it. And then you can do lines. Literally just fill a page with like easy shape nonsense like this, and I promise you, your lines will get better. Just don't. If you see yourself going, go nope, and then you got to do better lines. Uh, anyway, that's just my advice. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. Um, I never learned regular exercises, just self-taught, so that's good to know that I can work on that. Yeah, and if you're ever feeling like you're in a rump and you're just like, if you have like a block in your art, you're like, I don't feel like I'm improving, but I can't go and I can't ask anyone because I'm self-taught. Literally just look at like art tutorials, and even if it's for something you already kind of know how to draw, like, okay, you know how to draw a hand because you do a box here, and then you add your thumb here, and then you go and you do the mitten, and then you, even like you know how to do the thing. I promise you, watching a hand tutorial will improve your skills not only in drawing hands, but in literally everything else, and going and like practicing all the techniques from that tutorial, not just the basic this. If you also practice, you know, how they render their hands and how they uh, visualize the different forms, right? And how they get hands from different angles. Like you'll improve in every aspect by improving in little ways. I don't know if that makes sense, but YouTube is a plethora of advice, and I'm sure you can find good stuff. Welcome, I guess. Good, you're right. Thank you. You know, let's draw some hands on the topic of it. Can you tell I don't know how to draw hands because I'm drawing way slower than usual? Ugh. That's why I could have them draw wear freaking gloves, because then you can. Oh, it's because of the glove. Oh, it's because of the glove. Oh, it's because of the glove. Boop, 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 boop. Easy. That looks bad, but whatever. It's bad. I don't like that. Mickey Mouse palms. Yeah, but bad. Oh, I want to draw. You guys should give me drawing requests. Oh, that'd be great. But I don't. I have no idea what to draw, but we're gonna draw some fruit. My earbud is going crazy because I left its case downstairs, and I disconnected my phone from it because I wanted to play. I'm live streaming, so I can't listen to music, and I'm playing music on my speaker instead. Bro, it just haven't fit. It's making so many noises. You know I'm
out of ideas because I actually hate realism. I mean, this isn't very realistic, but you get the picture. It's pretty realistic for me. I hate realism. Make an hourglass? Okay. That's a cool way to do this, and I was wondering how you do it. Yep, stippling. That's what a bunch of little dots is called. There's a few different ways you can shade. So you can do, a little lesson. You can do stippling, which is painful and takes forever, but it's good for certain textures. I would never do a full piece this way, but you add less dots farther apart in the lighter areas, and you add more dots closer together in the darker areas, and then you do the same thing over here. And then you can do hatching, which you do little lines. You do lines closer together in the darker areas, and then you do them farther apart and a little lighter in the lighter areas. Bad at this. And then you do the same thing here. There's cross hatching, in which you do the same thing. I need to sharpen my pencil. Hold on. Oh, hit my wall. So you do hatching, and then you go the other direction, and you cross them even more in the darker areas. Same thing here. I forgot what it's called. It's like squibbling or something. Not scribbling, but like it's a similar name. And you just scribble, and you do them denser and a little darker in the darker areas, and then you go a little lighter and less dense in the lighter areas, and then you blend them. And you do the same thing here. And then there's obviously like soft shading too. So you apply the color or the, shading, whatever technique you prefer. I like just shading it in one direction like this. And you can do little circles, you can do whatever, and you just want to make it as smooth as possible. This one takes a while. And this is going to be for things with smooth textures, like, I don't know, anything with a smooth texture, really. So like skin is going to be like this. This is going to be good for fluffier textures. These are both good for anything with directional texture like wood, or I can only think of wood, or just stylistically. Oh, and this is good for fabric because it's how fabric is woven. And then this is good for little individual textures like sand, for example. And I didn't spend too much time on this. It's not very smooth, but you get the point. I hope. It's cool how many different ways you can make the same shape look so different. I know, it's very interesting. Hopefully, like this one, I also didn't spend too much time on because I hate stippling, but they all do look fairly spherical. Oh no, it's interesting. If you ever did tattoos with such talent, you would receive a lot of money. Oh, thank you. I mean, I've considered doing tattoo designs a few times because I really like, those definitive edges or whatever. I don't actually know what I'm drawing. We're doing a flower now. Okay, but I like very solid, neat edges. I was interested in graphic design for a while, but tattooing is a whole different set of skills because you gotta learn how to use the tattoo pen. Can you draw Boo Saga Vegeta? I don't know how to. I'll draw a t-shirt. Bad start. T-shirt. And then we're going to use some cross hatching because it is woven fabric. There we go, t-shirt. Naturally sold Reaper Paper Company's plat trees for every paperback you buy. I think that's in reference to a different comment. It's 4:30. Oh, I shouldn't say my time out loud. Whatever. I'm probably gonna go soon. I have a thing to go to in a few hours, and I'd like to do stuff other than draw until then. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching the stream.